Welcome to the UWE podcast, and we are 3Ps on the podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Joey.
Let's roll. What's up, guys? You're probably wondering why we are doing this podcast. The main reason why we're doing it is for rumors, injury updates, upcoming matches for the Upstate Warzone and pay-per-views, roster updates, and back in stage news, if there is any at all. We'll let you know. You guys are probably wondering why there's no matches. Well, obviously, we're in New York. And, it's snow up here, it's cold. And I don't think any other wrestlers want to fight in the snow and
Winter
get
sucks.
frostbite.
It's snowing right as we're doing this, too.
Speaking of snow, it's been snowing since Saturday.
Yeah.
And you know what? I enjoy the snow, but I wish it could snow and be warm at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How fun would that be?
Be very interesting.
So on that note, it's tough for the wrestlers to wrestle in the snow, because yes, it could be an inch on the ground or 12 inches, and that will make it either slippery and hard to move and cause possible injury. And we don't want that to happen.
Exactly.
Excuse me. It is unfortunate that we live up here. I mean, we would love to do this all year round.
Yeah, absolutely.
And bring you the news, but unfortunately, just this 6 months off that we just can't do anything. So
yeah.
What else do we have here for a topic? The first match back. It's gonna be a battle royal, or as I like to call it, royale.
Battle Royale.
It sounds fancy.
It does.
We have a bunch of guys that are in it, and they are Red Hawk, Dark Lion, the Wasabi Brothers, and we all know that we don't speak Chinese, so
Yeah, they're on their own little planet. I have no idea what they say.
Speaking of them, I don't know how the general manager signed them when she doesn't even know Chinese.
I don't know. She probably just threw the paper down and was like, "You want to wrestle?" and they just signed it.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past her, because you know what? If that is what she did, then she made a hell of a choice.
Yeah.
Our other wrestlers are Hillbilly Bob,
Yep.
Sinister, Carolina Punisher, Rising Star, Rampage, Brooklyn Bulldog, Boston Bruiser, Mad Dog Nate, and everybody's favorite friend, Brian. I hear you laughing.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it about Brian that makes you laugh so hard?
He is just a special character. I'll just leave it at that.
Hey, speaking of Brian, what was your thought on him winning the 518 championship?
To be honest, I was really happy for him. It's a complete underdog story, and it's just, it was, but who he won it against was quite shocking. I mean, Rampage, he's the newest UWE member, and he is just a beast. I mean, he's on the level of, Sinister and all those people, but I was happy for him. I mean, it's
When Rampage came out, did you guys think that it was game over and Brian was done for?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The fact that he hit that the special bus or the special wreck, whatever the hell he calls it now.
Yeah.
And he pinned him. My jaw dropped, and it was like Christmas.
Yeah, I know. It's just he may be annoying, but he's just the type of character that you just can't help to love.
I do agree with you, but at the same time, there is one person that he annoys.
Yes.
Well, two people.
Yeah.
One is Sinister,
Yes.
who we heard speak for the very first time, and I didn't think that he would speak, but wow, he spoke.
Yeah.
And the other one was hilarious. Was when he had his ball in Stephanie Lee's office.
Oh my God. that was just yeah, that was very special of Brian because he runs around and he non-stops throwing the ball at people. And it gets under, a lot of people brush it off. It gets under some people's skin, but the last person you really want to go piss off is the general manager of the company.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch.
She really is, and honestly, if that was a title match, she would have the fucking belt right now.
Oh my God.
But at that time, thankfully, he was not the champion.
Yeah.
Because he lost against a girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, and this is not a knock against Stephanie Lee, but I don't know what's worse, is losing against her and the ball.
Yeah, that was the best 17-second match I've ever seen.
Have you ever seen anybody lose against the ball
No.
in all of mankind?
Never.
It's quite interesting.
How do you speechless for that?
Yeah,
We don't really have words to say.
Yeah.
It was. We'll put it
The other part that I liked about Brian was when he came back out and his ball came back.
Yeah, that was kind of freaky.
And he screamed like that screaming goat.
Yeah. That was I'm surprised it didn't break our camera.
The camera, I'm surprised Windows didn't break.
I know, that was I've never seen a person not only lose a match to an object, but also be afraid of a bouncy ball, which is a kid's toy that you could get at Toys R Us.
Do we know Brian's exact age? Because he does act like he's not over 18 years old at all.
I don't even think Brian knows how old he is.
Yeah. If I had to put an age on him, I want to say
12.
Yeah. But he has facial hair.
I know.
Well, nowadays, 12-year-olds have facial hair.
Hey, listen, I didn't peak until midway through high school. I was a late bloomer.
You had a baby face.
I did, for the longest time.
And that's why you didn't have a girlfriend until last year.
Hey.
Yeah, hey.
Sorry. sorry. Back to the Royal. Hey, the winner of that match will be the number one contender for the UWE World Heavyweight Championship belt.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if you guys saw the video, but I saw it. And it was Carolina Punisher just talking and just saying that it doesn't matter who's in the Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to win it.
Yeah.
So I want to see how the GM responds back.
Mm-hmm.
If she is going to put him at number one, or if she is going to be the bigger man and still let him draw his actual number.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'm can't wait to tune into.
Because it doesn't take much for someone like him to get under someone's skin and just say that about the GM.
Right.
You just don't.
Yeah, I hear you. It's a touchy situation, but I think what the GM's trying to do is really make Carolina work because, I mean, think about it. He's the second newest character that has been brought to the Superstars, and he went straight to the top, and he's trying to battle Crispo Kid, and he's starting stuff, and I personally don't think he's ready, but I really think that she's testing him. He has to go through 11, 12, 13 other Superstars, to make it to the top.
Well, if he has to go through anybody, the one that I think that he should watch out for, and you're probably gonna laugh, is Brian.
Yeah,
he beat Rampage.
Yeah, I know. I mean, people do underestimate Brian, but he's also scared of his own shadow. So, I mean, how much of a threat can he really be?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but you have to keep in mind he has that belt, though.
I know, that's true. But to be honest with you, the person he really should be keeping his eye out for is Sinister.
Oh,
yes, and you know what? He had one of the most, not brutal matches, but one of the better matches that we've seen against Country Boy.
Yeah, and he did. That was the casket match.
And what a match that was.
That was amazing.
That literally was probably one of the best matches that up to date that it has been done.
You know what? I wish that we could just have that match one more time, but unfortunately.
I mean, you never know. We'll see how this Royal plays out.
For those of you who are new to watching us and listening to us, we're gonna go over the rules for the Battle Royale. Sounds better. You have to go over the top rope or the middle rope. The reason why they picked that is because there are a couple short guys there, and obviously they can't be thrown over that high because it's just too hard out. Just and the middle rope makes it more tough,
right,
for the guy being thrown out to fight back. It's more of a challenge.
Yeah.
With the top rope, it'd be almost impossible.
Yeah, I mean, just picture someone of Hillbilly Bob standards trying to fly over that top rope. The whole foundation will shake.
Yeah, exactly, and you'll have the biggest earthquake in all of New York State.
Yeah.
Another rule that they've implied is three wrestlers in the ring at a time.
Yes.
And the reason why they came up with that is because if you have all these guys in that ring at the same time, it's going to get too crowded and nobody's going to be able to move.
Yep.
So I think that was a great idea, having three in there at a time.
I agree.
I don't think anybody's going to gang up on anybody at the same time. The only person I can see being ganged up is Hillbilly Bob because he's just so big and burly.
Yeah, I mean, just to reference WWE, that's like trying to throw Big Show over the top rope. So
it takes like 6 guys to throw over the Big Show.
Right, that's what I mean. I mean, Hillbilly Bob, clearly he's got some screws loose in his head. But at the same time, he is a big... he is a big dude. So to have him be... seriously, people need to watch out for him because he's a big dude, and this type of match, it's fair game.
Did you know that Country Boy almost had to have his spleen taken out?
Yeah.
Because of Hillbilly Bob?
Yeah.
Because apparently he kicked him in the spleen just right, and he almost ruptured it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not a lot of people know that, but he does it to a couple wrestlers, and it hurts.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
he needs to not knock it off.
Yeah, that's what people need to understand is that, people go, well, wrestling's fake. Well, wrestling is staged, and it is fake to a degree, but you still have to be some form of an athlete, and you still have to, you take hard hits, man. People get hurt. I mean, Crispo Kid right now is actually recovering from knee surgery. He just blew his knee out. I mean, things happen, man. You need to realize that it is scripted, but it's tough. You still got to go out there and you still got to perform.
Now, I'm gonna hold off on the Crispo Kid knee injury because I want to talk about the wrestling and how it's fake and all that. Yes, it is fake, like you said. The storylines are made up, but the reason why people keep watching it is to see what the outcome is going to be.
Right.
And yes, the slams hurt, the slaps hurt, the chops, the punches, the pan shots, and they're saying, "Oh, it's all planned." Yeah, you fucking did. Damn right, it's planned.
Yes, it is.
But you know what? It's called entertainment,
yeah.
not fake. Script. I don't know.
It's not a game of fact or fiction. It's you have to perform. People get hurt. We've had superstars get hurt.
I mean, look at a Crispo Kid's fucking wrist.
Yeah.
He had that's just smashed in.
Yeah.
We had Country Boy apparently fake a ankle injury.
Right.
Which we all think that he truly did fake it because he cashed in a month later.
Yeah, which was a pretty damn shocking part.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that he was truly hurt, but he manipulated everybody into thinking that he was truly hurt.
Yeah.
Because he went backstage and just nobody could find him, but he comes running out of the seats behind the ring and just cashes in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that I was like, where the hell did he just come from?
I know it's one of those shocking moments.
And to have Crispo Kid go from that 30-minute match into a 45-minute match?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he wasn't done it after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because if I remember right, that was a humid day for that match.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is that they say that wrestling is all scripted, but you have to keep in mind of the weather, the temperature, the humidity, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, it does take a toll on these guys, but that they still go with it.
Right. You have to.
So, what else do we have here? If a wrestler goes under the bottom rope, they are not eliminated. But if they don't get back into the ring, and if they're hurt and they roll out on their own, then they have to get back in the ring as soon as possible if they rolled out on their own. But if they're pushed out on their own, then that still applies. They still have to get back inside the ring as soon as possible, correct?
Correct.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
For our next topic that we have, what was your favorite match of last year?
Favorite match
hey,
of last year.
I didn't tell you to go first.
Oh,
It's ladies first.
Oh.
unless you have D. Gurley part-time on you, then so be it.
Well, then maybe I'll just continue.
Oh.
Okay, then. But, Brittany, if you will.
I think that my favorite match was the one with Country Boy and Crispo Kid, the last match. It was awesome, but yet, like, heartbreaking at the same time. I don't know, it was just amazing. It was
the fact that Crispo Kid hit the CKO.
Oh, that was amazing.
I thought that Country Boy was just going to dive over the ropes and just try a curb stomp on the back of his neck over the top rope and just take him out completely.
Yeah.
What was your least favorite match?
I don't know. I don't really have like a least favorite. I mean, I don't really know. Everybody's so good. Everybody's like, I don't really have like a least favorite, I guess.
Mine, I wouldn't say it's a least favorite, and I know a lot of people didn't see this probably, but it was right before UWE became UWE. It was two wrestlers who were gonna wrestle as Brock Lesnar and Dolph Ziggler. It was something that they made up, and I'm not saying that it was bad, but it just, compared to the UWE now, it's so much better now than then.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, Joey.
Yes.
What is your favorite match?
My favorite match would have to be the casket match between Country Boy and Sinister. That was just I can't help it. That was just it was just brutal, man. I mean, anything you could think of was in that match. It was really hardcore.
You know, and my favorite part, well, not the favorite part, but my favorite sign was on the little door that said "Rest in Peace."
Yes. Yes.
And the makeshift casket. Whoever came up with that deserves an award.
Hey, listen, if the fans want to send us a $4,000 casket, we'll be more than willing to use it.
Yeah, because you know what? We need it.
Yeah.
Because we don't have $4,000.
We're happy with what we have.
Yeah.
Even if I sold everything in my house, I'm only going to have like $100.
Yeah.
What was your least favorite match?
I don't really have a least favorite match, but I have a couple least favorite moments.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up, because that is actually our next topic that we're going to talk about. And since you started it, I'll let you go first.
All right. Well,
what was your favorite moment?
Let's see. I mean, really, it was a back and forth, because everybody knows who watches us, and if you don't know, then you should know. Country Boy and Crispo Kid, their rivalry went on the whole year, and it was just very brutal. And I'd have to say, the two moments was when they both blindsided each other, causing injuries. I mean, they literally did not care about hurting each other to the point of no return.
And you know what? I'm surprised that Country Boy reacted how he did against Crispo Kid.
Yeah.
Because he was playing this good guy so well. Everybody loved him. They were hoping that he was going to take Crispo Kid out and finally just had the belt, which he obviously did, because he cashed in.
Right.
But
I mean, I can quote Crispo Kid here, and what he said was pretty much probably true. Is as soon as you get power, man, as soon as you either win the World Heavyweight Championship or you just have the higher power like that, I'm sure you get a little cocky, you get a little comfortable, and you just it goes to your head. You don't care.
Do you think that comes with the territory of having that belt?
I do.
Because I on TV. I mean, I know obviously that's scripted like everything else, but why did that go to his head when he had a champion like Daniel Bryan, John Cena, who played these good guys, and it did not go to their head?
I don't know. I mean, I just think maybe they both had something in the back of their heads that just kind of triggered them to have that mean streak in them. I mean, I can speak for Crispo Kid. I mean, he's come out, and I give him credit by flat out saying that, you know, when he had the belt, he was a cocky asshole, and everybody knew that. But I think what happened when he lost the belt, it really kind of it made him realize that it's hard to win that, man. It's a hard championship to win, and it took him losing the belt to really probably, you know, turn things around and figure he needs to work his ass off to build something. And now leading into Country Boy, his departure, I mean, I know he's not part of the company anymore, but maybe him losing the belt and quitting, maybe that will wake him up and make him, I mean, I don't know.
And you know what? I hope it does.
I hope it does. Yeah.
Yeah. But, for my favorite moment, it had to be... God, there's so many.
Hard to choose.
I gotta say, probably when Country Boy won the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
That was because it was the first Money in the Bank match. I'm not sure if it was the first ladder match too. I'm not sure.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
That one was amazing too.
I think that was groundbreaking too for the company. I mean, ever since that match, I mean, it really lifted.
Wait, was that a pay-per-view or was that Monday Mania?
That was the pay-per-view.
It was, alright. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure though.
Yeah.
See, speaking of Country Boy, what do you think about his departure?
I mean, it's kind of sad. I mean, in a way. I mean, you know, he wasn't the nicest person in the world, but he was. I have to give him credit. He was our longest reigning champion, and his departure was shocking because you know, after nobody's heard of him either. I mean, after he lost, he literally you would picture somebody with his stature and his personality that he would go backstage, maybe try to find a GM or try to take out some superstars out of frustration. But I tried to catch a few words with him, and he very politely, which is out of character for him, but he politely rejected, had his head down, and he just left. Man, that was not the Country Boy I knew, and it was sad. It was sad. It was crickets after that match.
I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but did he really decline politely?
Yes, he did.
I'm just speechless right now.
Yeah.
That he actually declined politely.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that he had that nice streak in him before he won that title.
Yeah.
Do you think that him losing that title, I guess the right way to say will be like straighten him out or humble him out?
I mean, it worked for Crispo Kid. I mean, everybody looks up to Crispo Kid now. I mean, he's working hard for everything he's got now, and it turned him around when he lost the belt. So I mean, that's the thing. I mean, none of us will know because as far as we know, he's gone. He's not part of the company, so we don't know.
Hey, has anybody heard from it all? Anybody in the locker room, the GM, you, Brittany, anybody?
No,
not
nobody.
So we don't know where he is, if he's still alive. I mean, yeah, I hope that he's still alive, but nobody's heard from him.
Nobody's heard from him. I mean, even Carolina Punisher, his own twin brother. I mean, he hasn't heard from him. Nobody's heard from him.
And you know what? Speaking of Carolina Punisher, and I want to go back to that final match between Crispo Kid and Country Boy. Because the day after that match, we heard Country Boy's music hit,
right?
And we thought that he's saying fuck this, I'm not going anywhere. And then his music stops, and Carolina Punisher hits.
Yeah.
And he comes out. And he comes out to defend his brother's name. What confuses me, and obviously I'm getting a little pissed off now, as you can tell. Why, if he has his brother's back, why in the fucking hell did he not come out during that match to ensure that he would stay in the company and keep the belt?
I think that he wants it for himself.
So, why pick family over the title, though? I don't get that.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough situation. I mean, if he clearly cared about his brother, then
he would have came out and helped.
He would have came out. I mean, it's just a coincidence that he comes out after Country Boy's gone, and he keeps talking about the title. I think he's happy. Honestly, I think he's truly happy that
he just wants it for himself.
Which, you know what? I'm glad that he wants the title, but you don't turn your back on family.
No.
And I've been brought up, and I'm pretty sure that you guys have too, is it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're doing something big or nothing at all. If family needs help, you drop what you're doing and you go help them out.
Right.
If it's for good or bad, you do it.
I mean, all you hear out of his mouth is that he's defending his brother's honor, but yet he wasn't there for his brother.
And you know what? If he is honoring his brother, then great. But you know what? I'm not buying it.
No, I'm not either. And I think I have to give the GM Stephanie Lee some credit, because I think this battle royal isn't a really good idea, because I think Carolina really has to prove himself. I mean, he's had 2 matches since he's been a part of the company, and they were both against Sinister, which is a very tough opponent. But he, as far as I'm concerned, he's right around the rookies. You know, he's like a rookie. So to gun for Crispo Kid right off the bat and making these threats and these videos, and I'd have a little more confidence in him if he wins this Royal. So,
you know what? This is where I have to agree with you on everything, but I have to disagree with you on this. And here's why. I don't think that it's time for him to be in this type of a match. He's been here for 2 matches, and he's already gunning for the World Heavyweight title.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little soon?
Yeah. I think it is too soon. I mean, it's tough. I mean, Crispo Kid is a tough competitor, and he's earned his keeping there, and it's I mean, I think it would be a hell of a good match, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to do real quick is elaborate for the new UWE fans who aren't familiar with their videos, or with the videos that have been taken down and haven't gotten a chance to watch all the previous shows. And I kind of wanted to elaborate on some of the rivalries that have been going on last year.
And you're talking about the videos on YouTube, right?
Yeah, our YouTube channel.
Which is you can easily find us at UWE-Upstate Wrestling Entertainment.
Correct. I mean, I kind of wanted to start off to talk about Mad Dog Nate and Sergeant Carter.
See, speaking of Sergeant Carter, are you surprised that he is not in the Battle Royal?
Yeah, I am. He left off on a sour note. I mean, I don't want to say he's left the company, but he's been kind of MIA. I mean, he lost at the last pay-per-view to Mad Dog Nate for the X-Fire Championship, and it was by disqualification from outside 10 count outside the ring, and he was so furious about that. I mean, he took his anger out on Hillbilly Bob, and I believe it was Dark Lion backstage right after that pay-per-view, and
oh, poor Dark Lion.
So I'm really curious on what his if he still got beef with Mad Dog Nate and where he stands.
Speaking of 10 count, that reminds me of, it wasn't a funny moment, but it was funny to laugh at, which was Brooklyn Bulldog and Boston Bruiser. If I remember right, they were outside of the ring.
Yep.
And they both got the 10 count.
Yep.
They looked at each other, looked at the bell, looked at each other again.
Yep.
And then just continued beating the hell out of each other.
All the way backstage.
And they went backstage.
Yeah. And the thing is I'm curious on how that's going to go, because I'm wondering if they still have some beef between each other, because the Impact Championship was one of the new belts that was brought to UWE, and that was in the triple threat match between Mad Dog Nate, Boston Bruiser, and Brooklyn Bulldog. And Brooklyn Bulldog's been the first and reigning champion for a while, and he lost it at the last pay-per-view, which was Battlefield. And, yeah, so, I mean, it's I don't know, that those two literally hate each other.
And, you know, of all these belts that we've had,
yep,
there is one person that has been champion from start to finish.
And that's Mad Dog Nate.
Yes. And
rightfully so. I mean, he is a strange, awkward character, let me tell you, but he's tough, and he don't give up, man. He's a tough competitor.
Exactly. And so, sorry for the barking, that was my dog. Yeah, the dog has a little bit of a stomach bug, so I apologize about that. The other champion that has been, not the whole season of last year, but half of the season, is Brian.
Yeah, I mean, we touched that topic a little while ago, but I'm curious. I mean, who's gonna challenge him? I mean, he's kind of holding on to the belt and kind of just pushing it aside. He's not really talking about defending it or anything. I'm kind of curious on that.
You know who might be a good champion to beat him? Is either Rising Star or Hillbilly Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, Rampage, I mean, I don't want to call it a bottom tier championship,
right,
but it's nothing like the Impact or the heavyweight title.
Right. I mean, we got 3 divisions, and nobody's designated in a certain area, but I mean,
4 divisions.
Right. I mean, you have the standard 518 championship, which is Brian is the current holder of that. And then you got the Impact Championship, who Boston Bruiser is the current champion of that. And then you got the UWE World Heavyweight Championship, which is Crispo Kid. So, we have 3 sets of champions in 3 different divisions. I mean, it's a lot of people.
518 Championship, the Impact, the X-Fire, and the World Heavyweight Championship. You said 3. There's 4 belts.
Oh, shit. Look at that. I missed one.
And you say you're a fan of this company.
I know. I'm a disgrace.
I know. You you should just leave it right now.
I know. I don't feel like moving. I'm staying.
Well, then...
Listen.
You know what? Then I'll leave. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm done. You know what? I'm kidding. I'm coming back. I'm back.
Listen, we just got this job. We would like to keep it.
And you know what? This is probably one of the funnest things that we've done.
Yeah.
A couple for another topic we have a couple social media outlets that we are using.
Yes, we do.
And we've already hit one, and that is our YouTube channel that you can search by UWE Wrestling Entertainment. Our other one is our Twitter account, which we started, I think, the end of last year?
Yeah, the end of last year. Yep.
So, people don't really know about it, but that is at UWE _Keypart _wrestling.
Yes.
We have our Facebook, which we've had for the longest time, which is Upstate Wrestling Entertainment. And our Instagram account, I could not find. I don't know if you guys have it there. But I don't have the Instagram account. I can put that up on Facebook at a later time.
Yeah, we can get that at a later time.
Another topic that I wanted to hit on is, well, before we discuss that, I just wanted to let you know that we've been talking for 41 minutes.
Woo!
It feels like we've been doing this for like hours.
Yeah.
But it's 42 minutes, so wow. Now back to the podcast.
Yes.
Sorry, ADD. What is your favorite rivalry that happened last year?
Brittany?
Ladies first.
I'm just gonna have to go with what my favorite match was Country Boy and Crispo Kid. I mean, they just had to do the whole entire last year, and I mean, even though it was sadly ended when Country Boy left, but I mean, it was just keeping you on your toes, and
it was personal.
Yeah, personal.
My favorite one had to be the rivalry before that, and it was Country Boy and Sinister.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, they had a little thing going on.
And not a dumb one, but an amusing one, Brian versus the Ball.
Yeah. Well, that rivalry is just
a
little strange, but it is a rivalry.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite wrestler right now? Out the whole roster, including the Ball.
Oh, geez. Well, since the Ball's... No, just kidding.
You're...
My favorite wrestler has to be...
hang on. And yes, the Ball has a Facebook page.
Yes.
We don't know how he posts stuff, but the Ball has a page.
Yes. Yeah. No idea how it posts, but it posts.
But it's back to your favorite wrestler.
For me, it's a toss-up between Sinister and Crispo Kid. I mean, they're both two totally different people, but they just... I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd have to go with Crispo Kid, just because... I mean, he's got this raw talent that is just... When his music hits, it sends chills down your spine. I mean, he's a very talented person.
You know what? For mine, and you're probably gonna call me a kiss ass, but mine is definitely because she is good looking. and yes, that is me trying to keep my job.
Yep.
Steph, I love you. But I on a serious note, my favorite wrestler has got to be Sinister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's this... It's not that he reminds me of Kane. He just has that demonic, look of him.
Yeah, I mean, he does remind me of Kane, but he just... I don't know. I mean, I personally think he has more issues than Kane, to be honest with you. I mean, the guy constantly has to refocus. You see him in the ring, and he has this look of like a deer caught in headlights, and then he has to talk to himself.
And thank God we cannot read his thoughts.
Oh my God, if I read his thoughts, my head would explode.
That might be worse than a murder scene.
Yeah, that totally would.
Brittany, your favorite wrestler?
Well, since you guys basically said Sinister, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit and say Red Hawk and Dark Lion.
Oh God.
They're quite interesting. They're very entertaining. They're very funny.
Yeah.
You can't understand them, but you just...
It's like you can't understand them talking, but you just watch them and then you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just watching them just explains everything.
Yeah.
My favorite thing that they do is when the guy is on the mat, he gets planked.
Yes, he gets planked. Or when Red Hawk and Dark Lion, if either of them get knocked down, more so Red Hawk, he starts convulsing.
Do you think that is from, I guess, past seizures, or is that just them just...
I don't know. Maybe we should talk to our UWE medics and see how he even got cleared, because if those are seizures, that's some serious shit.
Sometimes.
And if it's not, then those are some serious muscle spasms.
Yeah. I don't know, but they work very well together, and to be honest with you, now that I'm thinking of it, they're both... I mean, I don't know what their number is going to be, and I don't even know if they'll be in the ring together, but, I mean, I'm curious on how they're going to interact, and I mean, I'm sure they're gonna team up and go after who they need to, but what's going to happen when it's just them two?
Which one?
You know what? One thing that I gotta say is, if they are in the ring at the same time, then they might very well last the whole time if they have each other's backs.
Yeah, because those are the only two that truly have each other's backs.
I mean, going back and looking at the list, you got Brian, Red Hawk, Dark Lion, Hillbilly Bob, Sinister, Carolina Puncher, Rising Star, Rampage, Brooklyn Bulldog, Boston Bruiser, and Mad Dog Nate.
Yeah.
And the only group is Red Hawk and Dark Lion, like you said, in that whole list.
Yeah.
So that could be something that plays out.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's only two people that I can see throwing them out without a problem, and that is Mad Dog Nate and Sinister. Yeah.
I mean, they're very creative. I mean, they are very mentally challenged when they want to be, but when they're focused, they're focused. And I'm just throwing this out there for anybody who is a part of our part of the company and whoever. Do not be backstage when they come out for their intros, because you will be hit by either nunchucks or some form of balls. And that was not sexual.
You should have.
I'm sorry, you said balls. And how does he always lose the nunchucks every time?
I don't know, but if you watch I think it was their first match. If you go back on our channel on YouTube and you watch, Red Hawk was playing with his nunchucks and they went flying backstage and landed on a grill.
Barbecue. You know what? Speaking of favorites right now, I'm gonna throw this one out there because I can. Favorite finishing move?
Oh, that's a good one.
At Brittany. Ladies first, Joey. God.
Hey, don't judge me.
Sorry.
I would probably have to say the Crispo breaker.
Okay. Now, Joey.
I'm gonna go a little different route here,
Oh,
and
sorry.
I'm gonna have to go with Red Hawk's finishing move, which is the Killer Beak. Which is, if people haven't seen it yet, you will see it this upcoming season. But if you know what I'm talking about, it is kind of a form of Santino's snake. But
You know what?
it's let's just say it's a killer beak, and it hurts your head, man.
And you know what? When he does that, I'm surprised that when he does it, he it's not.
Yeah, I know. Start clucking or something. I don't know, but it was effective. I mean, you go back to the match between him and Brian, which was actually, I think, one part of our last show, and yeah, Brian went down for the count, man. That was a brutal hit.
Oh,
And that's because Brian was
every
with his
time
num-
you say his name, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
For mine, I'm gonna go the same route, but I have to go with the freeze frame super kick.
That's also a good one. Yes.
That's just the most unique finishing move. That the fact that they can high five and keep their hands there and still kick them.
Yeah.
It just, and my favorite part is when they go.
You sounded just like him.
I've been practicing because you know idols, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I mean, now one more question
Yes.
is I wanted to discuss quickly on each wrestler.
Okay.
But before we do that, I want to play a game.
Yes.
And no, this is not Saw. I want to play a game.
Well, good. If it was that game, I'd crap my pants.
The game's called. What is the first word that comes to mind when I say this wrestler?
Okay.
And do you want to go first, or does Brittany?
I'll have Brittany go first.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The first one. Rising Star.
Creepy.
Sinister.
Demon.
Just say this. Brian.
Special. Very, very special.
Boston Bruiser.
Oh, darn, I don't know. I don't know. Aggressive. He's just like, I don't know, like aggressive, like.
Alright, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. You know what? You're fine on that one.
Oh, good, thanks.
Here's it for you. Carolina Punisher.
Ballsy. He's very daring.
Dark Lion.
Chinese. Same
Okay.
for
Red Hawk. Red Hawk.
Chinese. I mean, I don't know, whatever, Japanese or something, whatever the hell they speak. You can't understand them.
Mad Dog Nate.
A brute.
And the last one, Actually, you know what? There's two more. Sorry. I think. Yeah. Brooklyn Bulldog.
I would say,
I'll take
you'll take
I'll take
I don't know, like street smart. I don't know, like he's just, I don't know. I don't know how to like describe it. It's just Brooklyn Bulldog.
I'll take that.
Or you'll take too.
I'll take wait. What? Do you want or street smart?
We can't do both.
Do you want both?
Yeah, I want both.
Okay, I'll give you both.
Yay!
And the last one is the newest member, Rampage.
I would say, a force to be reckoned with.
And you know what? I have to agree with that. Because we haven't seen a lot of my. I think we've seen him, what, once or twice?
Yeah.
So, we'll find out. Joey.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Now, throwing this out here, if I say the same thing as her, do not judge me. I will leave, and then I will come back because I need the money.
I can't promise you that you'll be able to come back for your job.
Oh, well then I guess I'm staying.
Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
First one up.
Yep.
Boston Bruiser.
Cocky.
Sinister.
Evil.
Rising Star.
It's not one word, but I'm going to go with can't figure him out. Because we haven't seen much of him, and he's very odd.
Very strange.
One, he looked like sort of the Scream Killer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's even wearing the Scream mask.
I just hope he doesn't go around killing people.
Oh, please, no. I don't want to play. What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, God.
Dark Lion. And I swear to God, if you say Japanese or Chinese.
I'm gonna go with
Korean.
I'm gonna go with a Chinese handful.
Chinese handful.
Sure.
All right. What else we have here? Hillbilly Bob.
You forgot him when you asked me.
Okay, sorry. Joey. Shh.
Yes.
Brittany.
Mullet.
Okay, if she's saying mullet, in my response to Hillbilly Bob, it's gonna be Billy Ray Cyrus mullet.
Darn it! Should have said Billy Ray Cyrus. That's the only thing I can really describe about him. I mean, he is quite, comical.
And I don't think he's ever washed his belly shirt.
I don't think that either.
Do you think that he washes his hair?
No, because when I've seen in matches when he's got knocked down, that stuff stands up still, so either he's using hair products, some form of conditioner that just I don't know, maybe he's using cement. I don't know, but that hair does not move.
Or maybe it's called, if the hair's been swabbed. Free plug. The next one, Carolina Punisher.
I'm gonna have to say Daring.
Rampage.
I'm just gonna have to say Look Out, because he's dangerous.
Or
Yeah, Brooklyn Bulldog.
Street Fighter.
Mad Dog Nate.
Let's see. Awkwardly aggressive. Hey, because let me tell you, he walks around like he's got a pole in his ass, but he is a tough son of a bitch.
Dude, do you think that he did a gay porno?
I don't know, but I'd hate to be the
Rated
first
that
on
he
the bottom
wants?
of that.
Why does this podcast, lead to porn?
Well, maybe I have a secret fetish for porn.
Oh boy.
You better suck up to the GM because you may lose your job after this.
Yeah.
Hey, I already said that she's my favorite, so I'm safe.
Or do you think?
Or, yeah. That's what you think.
I know so.
All right.
Now the final one, I wanted to say this last for you, because I know that you have the best remark. Brian. And if you want to use your laughter, that's perfectly fine.
I'm gonna go with, ha!
You know what? I don't know if I like Steph's or your ha.
Yeah.
It just.
What about ball? You never said ball.
Oh shit! You know what? I forgot. You know what? Hang on. Steph.
Round.
I give up.
He be rolling.
Say hating. What about Crystal Kid? We never mentioned Crystal Kid.
You know what? And I did that on purpose because I wanted to save him for last. Because he is our biggest star, and he deserves to go last. So, before we get to him, Joey.
Yes.
The last one. The ball.
The ball.
Don't take round. I thought of that.
You know what?
You can always say circular.
I could, but I'm not even going to give a response because Brian is very bipolar, and I'm sure there's going to be more than one ball throughout the season.
I
So
was going to say, yeah, there's a lot of balls.
He's had 3. But the one thing that I like that he did for the final month in October is he had a partially pink ball.
yes,
That one, I'm surprised that he knew what pink was.
for a little man, he has a lot of balls.
Yeah. Giggity.
Yes.
Now, back to Brittany.
Yeah.
Crystal Kid.
Hot.
What?
Excuse me, did you say hot?
Okay, I'm going to jump in here because Brittany, okay, she is my girlfriend, and I'm sitting right next to her. Okay? So, I don't know how I feel about that, but I'd have to agree.
Are you bisexual?
Depends what time of day.
Well, it's 7:20 right now, so are you bi right now?
I'm bi right now. We'll see what happens in the next minute.
All right.
Oh, dear.
All right, now, Joey, on to you.
Yes.
Crystal Kid. And you cannot use hot.
Oh, believe me,
You
I'm
can
not.
use sexy.
Believe me, I'm not, because the minute just passed now. I'm back to being straight.
Oh, good. Wow, that was quick. Jeez.
I had to just go champion, because he has that, whether he's the champion or not, he has the championship mentality, and he's always going to be on top, and it's one of those things.
I'd have to actually go back to mine. I would say passionate, because he's passionate about what he does. He takes his, job as wrestling, to heart, and it just, I don't know, I just feel he's very passionate about what he does.
Well,
Whether with the belt or without the belt, he's still passionate.
Okay. So he's not hot then.
No, he's still hot, but he's also passionate.
I hate
You can't
this.
have both. Is you're passionate or hot?
What happened with me being able to say 2 words?
Did
But if I had to choose, I'd still say hot.
I am now
Knew it.
uncomfortable.
Okay, I feel like this is going to turn into a Joey Springer set.
Well, then we're in the right business.
How do you feel about her saying that Christmas Kid is hot?
Well, another minute passed, so I'm back to being bi, so I'm going to have to say I agree with her.
Oh, God.
But that's alright, everybody's got their crushes.
Now, did you want to do the same thing for me, or did you want to move on to the next topic?
You know what? Yeah, I have the list here as well, and I'm going to go down, and you're going to tell me.
Alright.
Alright, I'm going to do this in a tricky way. I'm going to refer to Dark Lion and Red Hawk together as the Wasabi Brothers.
Okay.
When they're together.
Got it. Wait. Are we playing now?
No, we're going to play tomorrow, so everybody stay tuned. You're going to hear...
Listen!
Just to let you know, you're going to hear me snore. I'm a little gassy, I'm just going to be honest.
Burping or farting?
Both.
God.
Well, Lord help Brittany.
Okay, so I'm going to say the name, and then you give me your answer.
Okay.
Okay, Wasabi Brothers.
Konnichiwa.
Exactly. All right. Now separately, when they're individually fighting, Red Hawk.
Odd.
Odd. Yes. All right. Dark Lion.
Another planet.
That's very true. Hillbilly Bob.
Harry.
And that belly shirt really shows that off. Okay. Brian.
Special Ed.
Bingo. Rising Star.
Not a star.
Oh,
And I hope he heard that.
oh God. Rampage.
Oh God. That I forgot about him. Strong.
Strong. Okay. Boston Bruiser.
God. You know what? Dirty. Not, but not what like he's like smelling and stuff. But he just fights like tough, like dirty.
Yeah, like he'll do anything to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Brooklyn Bulldog.
Street smart.
Mad Dog Nate.
Spleen.
Very true. Sinister.
Evil.
Evil. Carolina Punisher.
Manipulator.
Yes, that was a very good one.
Ball.
Ball.
Just keep rolling.
There you go, another plug. Okay, now our current UWE World Heavyweight Champion, Crispo Kid.
Because Brittany said hot, I'm saying ugly.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Honestly,
that's a little offensive because right now another minute went by and I'm bisexual again, so now I'm a little offended. He's good looking.
One word. Jesus Christ. Hardworking.
Yeah. Now there was two that we left out that I kind of wanted to bring up just because it's very uncertain on what's going on, and I'd like to start with Sergeant Carter, who is obviously still part of the company, but he's been very quiet and has not been seen since the pay-per-view Battlefield. So, so what's your thoughts on him?
Honestly, I don't know.
I'd say ill-tempered.
Yeah.
He worked in the police force, right?
Yep.
I think that with all the criminals that he put away, I think he has a huge chip on his shoulder right now.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And I think I hope to see him. I mean, he was a good competitor, but I mean, we'll see.
I'm just gonna throw this out there, but he can make a good Impact champion.
Yeah.
Impact or X-Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think a good title fit for him would be?
I mean, either one of those. I mean, I feel like he's still got maybe some unfinished business with Mad Dog Nate, who is the X-Fire champion, but at the same time, I could see him moving his way up to the, to battle for the Impact.
And you know what? I think if he moves on up, okay, because we all know that he likes a challenge.
Yeah.
That might be the next step for Sergeant Carter.
Right, and the thing is, I mean, he's such a strong competitor that if he just controlled his temper, I mean, who knows? I mean, if he entered the Battle Royal, which as far as right now, we don't even know what's going on with him. If he was, you never know. He could very well win the whole thing.
He very well could.
But
now, what was your other wrestler?
The one who has left, and I think we should kind of just give a statement on what we think of Country Boy and.
Brittany, you want to go first? If you have anything to say about him, I mean, I know a lot of people don't, but there are some people that have something to say about it, and the only thing I have to say about it is, hate him or love him, he loved to wrestle.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I know this is getting old, but CM Punk.
Yeah.
He loved to fight. He loved to wrestle.
Yeah.
But do you think the reason why he didn't come back the next day was because he was just burnt out?
Right. That's that's the tough part. Is, I mean, nobody knows his thought. I mean, he's just MIA. I don't know, but if I had to put in the words for him, it's just simply bittersweet. I mean, I'm happy to see him go in a sense, because I mean, I think we all are a little bit inside us happy to see him go, because he really did nothing but cause problems. He was very arrogant. He just had that demeanor, but at the end of the day, he was our longest reigning champ, and he did love what he did, and he's no longer part of the company, and that's sad.
Do you think that Crystal Kid will surpass his reign for the longest title reign?
That's a good question. I mean, honestly, right now, I mean, he very well could pass it. I mean, we don't know. I mean, really, the only person, to date that we've seen really give Crystal Kid a hard time was Country Boy. I mean, can we really take into account, Carolina's sneak attack little move and low blow shot and the last time it was filmed? I mean, can we really look at that and say that he has an upper hand on Crystal Kid? Because, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, right now he kind of stands alone.
You're right. He really does. Now, what the hell was I going to say? Oh, no. Lost my train of thought. Here. Do you think that Country Boy is going to listen to his podcast? In some way, shape, or form?
I don't know. I mean, knowing him, maybe he would. I mean, maybe he... I don't know. I mean, I've never seen... I mean, I was the last person to see him leave and get in his car and literally leave. So, I mean, the look on his face, I literally would not count on seeing him around anymore. I mean, he looked, and once again, to reference CM Punk, he looked like type of person that wasn't himself. He loved what he did, but maybe he was burnt out. Maybe he was dejected. Maybe he's done. I mean, I don't know.
Now, if he does hear this podcast, what is one thing that you want to say to him?
Pretty much the only thing I'd really have to say to him is that, if yes, it was the type of stipulation match that if you lose, you have to quit. But if it's something you still love doing and you want to fight for it, then come back and talk to the GM and see what you can do. But if you're really done with it, that's fine too. I mean, that's totally on him. It's all up to him and how he feels.
One thing that I want to ask you is, I don't think that he will come on the podcast, obviously, because nobody's heard from him at all, internet, anywhere.
Yeah.
But do you think the general manager would let him on her company's podcast?
Honestly, I don't know, because I mean, maybe that's something we can set up an interview with Stephanie Lee, because I mean, she's the one that would have to answer that. I'm not too sure. I mean, I don't even know how they left. I mean.
Wait, wasn't he still under contract too?
He was still under contract, and I don't know if those two had personal beef or what the issue was, but if you watch that match, the stipulation was changed to an I Quit match by the GM. So
right.
What the purpose of that was, I don't know. We don't,
What I think it was he had to quit the company, but he had to still show up to work.
Yeah.
But from what I'm hearing is that you said it too, is that he just never came back.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be tough, but I personally think he's done. I mean, I don't even know his contract status. I mean, when you make a match like that, especially from the GM, that's what it is. I mean, he's gone.
I believe that his contract's up, because from what I'm hearing is that all contracts for this year are renewed.
Yeah.
But there's one name that is not on there, and that is Country Boy.
Yeah.
So from what I guess I can take from it is that he was fired, but he still had to show up to work, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So I want to know what Stephanie Lee has to say about that, and I'm sure that sometime down the road she will be on the podcast.
Right.
And when she does show up, I'm probably gonna go all like googly-eyed.
Yeah.
Cause no, she's just good looking.
Oh God. But,
I know.
I'm
Kiss the boss's ass. I know. Shut up.
I know, but I'm curious though. I mean, it's a very touchy subject, and I'm very curious. Oh, and also I have some news that when I talked to the general manager, there is going to be the Money in the Bank briefcase match still going to be happening. This isn't this first match that we have for the the over the top battle royal. That's not substituting the briefcase match, so that still is going to happen.
Did you want to see that a one-on-one match, or would you like to see that turn into a triple threat?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, I personally like to see a triple threat, just to.
Now, this is one thing that I was thinking about, and I hope that the GM hears this. How would you feel about a Money in the Briefcase match for each belt?
See, that would be an awesome idea. and maybe we can bring that up if we ever have an interview with her, because that's something that to me seems fair, because of course everybody guns for the World Heavyweight Championship, but there's still other divisions and there's still other titles that, people may want to chase. So, I mean, that'd be something that'd be interesting.
And I know that if you remember back in WWE, free plug again.
Free plug.
They had 2 briefcases, one for each belt. Yes, they were for the heavyweight title belts, but they still had 2 briefcases for 2 different belts.
Right.
So what I wanted to bring up to her is, what if we have 4 briefcases, one for each division?
Right.
And I hope that she may consider it. If not, then that's fine, and we'll still have a killer Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, and I agree. I think it's something that should happen, and I'm very excited to see what happens this year. And it's another year under the company's belt, so it's only room for improvement.
And I couldn't agree more. I hate to stop this podcast because we're having so much fun.
Yes.
Very quick, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are
on the past season.
On the past season. Well, I thought it was a very good season. There was a lot of stuff that happened, a lot of good rivalries that I wish to see continue. I mean, you look at it from the top to the bottom, whatever way you look at it, but Crispo Kid and Country Boy.
I like the bottom.
You like the bottom. But Crispo Kid and Country Boy was just an amazing rivalry, and it's unfortunate to see him, Country Boy, go. But, and then you got, Sergeant Carter, and you got Mad Dog Nate. They had their thing, and then you got Boston and Brooklyn, and then you got Brian kind of just hanging out with the belt, riding a special bus. I don't really know what's going on with him, but I mean, there's a lot to look forward to, and I think it's all probably going to start with this. That a lot of things will come out in this Battle Royal.
Now, before we go, from you and Brittany, I want to know, what is the one match from this coming year that you are waiting to see?
To be honest with you, I'm very much looking forward to the first show, because that right there is going to dictate a lot. It's going to dictate if anybody has any grudges with anybody in the ring, along with who's going to be the winner, and and see who's going to face Crispo Kid and see how that plays out, and maybe we'll find out more about Country Boy and his status, if we can get. I mean, even Sergeant Carter, he's been MIA, so there's a lot of unanswered stuff that really needs to be addressed, and I can't wait until April.
Now, Brittany, still alive over there?
Yeah.
Hey, you're still there! Woo! What is your final thought on last season?
It was like, last season was really good rivalries, like, Joey said, and and for, like, this year, I can't wait for, like, he also said, like, the first match, and and to see who will face Crispo Kid, and I don't know, I just can't wait for the whole damn thing.
And just so you guys know, from what I heard, is that they are going to have a new mattress.
Oh, they are?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
So instead of that small thing that they had, if you want to call that a mattress, they're going to have a bigger one. I don't know how big, but it's going to be a lot more, like, I don't know, safe, if I say it.
Right.
Not safe, but more professional.
Oh, well, that's good, because, those little mattresses, especially for people like Hillbilly Bob, that don't work in their favor.
And you know what? I couldn't agree more.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just looking forward to everything. I mean, And, you know, people, like I said before, people use YouTube as a launching point to have, like, a career out of where they make money and stuff. And that's great. I mean, we would love to reach that point, but if it doesn't, that doesn't discourage us. I mean, the whole point of this is to just entertain people, and that's what we do, and that's what we love to do, and it's fun for us.
And you know what? Right now, I don't think any of us are looking for any sort of money at all from this.
Right.
But to just have fun. If it leads to that, great. But right now, I think the biggest thing is just to have fun with it.
Right.
So.
No, it totally is, and we just want to have fun with it and entertain people, and we just, you know, we would love for people, you know, to comment and send us requests on what they want to see, and we'll take that to account, and we just want to entertain the people, and, you know, since, you know, me, Brittany, and Chris, you know, now that we're doing this podcast, it's fun for us. You know, we've been working here since the beginning, and it's something we enjoy doing, and it's same for the wrestlers. I mean, they love what they do, and we just love to entertain people.
And before we sign off here, for a match that we're all looking forward to, mine is the fenced-in cage match.
Oh, that's a good one.
The reason why I say fencing cage match is because I don't think they can afford a cage.
Right.
So, but so for our first podcast, how do you think it's going so far?
Going great. I love it.
Brittany? She's laughing, so she's having fun with it.
Joey's making me laugh. Sorry. No,
Well,
I love doing a podcast. It's fun.
I will you be back for another episode?
Yeah.
Joey?
Oh, of course. I'm here.
I'm not. I hate it. No, I'm just kidding. I love it.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I mean, people take things way too seriously in life, and this is what we enjoy doing, and we like to have fun with it, and it's, you know, we just have fun doing this, and we like to bring to you, you know, information and updates on rivalries and injuries, and it's something to keep people interested than more than just, you know, our one show a week.
Exactly. So, on that note, we all thank you for listening. I'm Chris.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Joey.
And we will see you on the flip side.